A very good evening, everybody. England unbeaten in 2019-20, but uneasy at times so far, perhaps. A come-from-behind win in Turkey, a hard-fought home victory over Kosovo, and then the late lapse against Slovenia, an echo of the shortcomings of the summer, perhaps. And this one may not be easy either against the leaders of this group. Kelly. McNeil is the target again. It's a bit short this time, but it reached him. And he's found a lovely little ball inside to Hudson-Odoi. Foden forward.
Fantastic interchange there by Hudson-Odoi and Foden. Foden's drive straight across the front of the goal. Would have been helped, I think, if the goalie got a hand on it.
What a ball that is to Aarons. And a beautiful pullback. That is a magnificent opener for England. Callum Hudson-Odoi, his first for his country, either at under-21 or senior level. A beauty.
Absolutely fantastic finish. The incredible thing was he made it look so comfortable. He just took it in his stride, opened the side foot out and just stroked it into the goal. Wonderful start for England.
A young man who has already drawn reference to Duncan Edwards and Wayne Rooney because of the age factor. The 18-year-old earning his senior call-up earlier this year. He's got it all to do long-term, hasn't he, to ever merit further mention in that company. But the only way he can do it is by scoring goals like that.
Yeah, he certainly can. I think we've got to give mention as well to Kelly's diagonal ball was absolutely sumptuous. Aaron's great advanced position, what you would want from your wing-backs. And from there, I mean, it was a textbook goal, to be quite honest with you.
Corner by Foden. Kelly returned it, and it creeps in! And Nketiah went for it. The flag has stayed down, and England are 2 up. Let's see here who gets the final touch. And Nketiah didn't appear to claim it, Stuart. It may have just touched off Marco Friedel on its way in. Well,
if I was Nketiah, yes, I think you're right there. I think that will go down as an own goal. But I think Nketiah's unselfish running and his movement in the box head, just opening, yeah, it's difficult to tell.
5 in the box for England. It's another of those fizzing crosses from Aarons. They just skim along the turf. McNeil, little higher. Oh, beautifully tucked home, and England leads 3-0. And Eddie Nketiah scores yet again for England's under-21s. That is 6 in 6 for him.
Well, he's just added to the checklist from Bielsa about the complete player. He scored with his head now to go with the movement that he showed us already. And once again, it was McNeil with a delivery from the left-hand side. He's used to putting balls in the box, playing for Burnley. They'll be encouraged to do so. And he's carried on that at international level.
It's all just happening a little bit too quickly for Austria here tonight.
It's an incredible goal. I mean, England have been so clinical on their finishing that it's not really a 3-0 game, is it, on the run of play? That's harsh on the Austrians, but it just shows how clinical England have been. Look at that. What a depth cross that was. Fantastic. Great technique by McNeil.
Precision from McNeil and the power from Nketiah. It might be a little time for England to go and try and get another one here. Deep in stoppage time, but Willock's not stopping. England at full flow. Oh, that is simply wonderful. Callum Hudson-Odoi does it again. 2 for him, 2 for Nketiah. 4-0 to England.
Wowee. Absolutely sensational. From the moment he picked the ball up in his own half and drove at the Austrian back line, they can't believe what's hit them, Austria. Absolutely clinical.
Talk about a finish to the first half. The whistle has gone and everybody can savour that brilliant strike from Callum Hudson-Odoi. We know about his talent. Phil Foden over the free kick. What a ball, and Davis got to it and was so unfortunate not to make it 5.
As you say, Foden's just left it in a wonderful area, and it's just encouraged the attackers just to get on the end of it. Davis has done everything right, and the goalkeeper's just managed to get a hand on it and claw it back to himself.
Foden. What a ball that is from Foden. Here goes Dwight McNeil. Can he add his name to this scoreboard tonight? Not quite.
The sheer pace of the attack is the one thing that's got to impress you. By the time McNeil's opened up and shot, I think we got 4 players in the opposition's box. It's quite staggering, the sheer pace.
Decent ball in, and Austria get on the score sheet, and that is a disappointment for England. And there's a fine header by Ragush.
Fantastic ball in and a good finish, but these will be the frustrations that probably AD will suffer, you know. He wanted a complete performance tonight, and I think defensively we'll look at ourselves and be really disappointed. Look, we look very static, not dealt with a throw-in, and then not track the runner.
Gui had his man, so he's perhaps exonerated, but as Stuart points out, nobody goes with Baumgartner coming in.
Yeah, he's run off for Davis, but Gui potentially has to free himself up and deal with the ball and leave his man. But listen, it's all part of the learning curve.
Foden's seeking a gap and goes for the gap in the top postage stamp corner. Ayman did very well to get there. What a hit.
It certainly was. The standard of deliveries have been absolutely fantastic by both teams tonight. Foden fancying his chances from, well.
That was his pass. England on the move again. Rip Brewster, what a ball in. And it's into the top corner. And now the celebrations can begin for Eddie Nketiah. He gets his hat-trick. England 5, Austria 1.
Fantastic interchange once again. The Austrians can't live with the pace or the precision of the passing, and Nketiah there just took it in his stride. Clinical finishing.
No VAR tonight, Stuart. You are judge and jury.
He's offside, sadly. Yeah, a really tight one. Yeah, on a Saturday, this would take us another 8 minutes to decide whether that was offside or not, with a celebration that would be chalked off.
Brewster again working back very well, and now he seeks to get on his bike. The ball is fed to Nketiah. Now, will Eddie go alone, or will he try to feed Brewster? He tries to feed Brewster. Driven wide, Brewster goes around the goalkeeper, Ayman, who dived at his feet and concedes a penalty.
The trouble is, if you go to ground like that as a goalkeeper, you're going to give a penalty away, because it looks probably a lot worse than the contact that was actually made.
We understand it might be his last touch of the night. And it's a very good stop by Ayman to deny him. Make that 37 out of 41 home games won by England. And A.D. Boothroyd and his young players have been absolutely brilliant for most of tonight. Austria had conceded just 1 in this group before this game, 4 in the first half tonight, and it was all over. And Nketiah and Hudson-Odoi unplayable at times. We think Nketiah's claimed a hat-trick tonight, so the penalty miss is academic. He should get the match ball, and hopefully it might put a smile back on his face, because it should. And all round, England, a privilege to watch them, as simple as that. England Under-21s 5, Austria 1.